Okay. I think it is time to watch the Vita Carnis. Okay, that one is cute. I will say that one is so cute. I love this one though. It's the best one. Okay. I think it's time to start Vita Carnis. Let's get ooky spookied. Okay, this is the first episode of Vita Carnis. Let's get into the ooky spooky horror. Viewer discretion is advised. Classified material. Wait, let me pause because it's gonna probably skip through it. Oh, that is so many emotes. I love it. Is that a snowman with his hands over his eyes? I love it. I love it. Federal law provides severe civil and criminal penalties for the unauthorized viewing of this footage. Any reproduction, distribution, or display of this video is prohibited. The possession of this footage may lead to investigation and detention. If released from custody, the apprehended will face a penalty of $500,000. Guys, we're going to jail.
On planet Earth, life has thrived for millions of years. Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures
Wait a
since
minute. Okay, let's
the
go.
dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changing the balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself.
Change the balance of nature.
That is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms? Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are, and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity?
Probably the
From what
second
our
one.
scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures are
wild. Let's keep watching. We're gonna see living meat.
solely to Earth,
That's
miraculously
the only
out
living
of
meat.
nowhere.
Hey, yo.
We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home.
I turned my head and the video paused.
What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know.
Don't worry, the dress is going away
These
though.
creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones.
This is the New Year's
They greatly
dress.
resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought
30
meat.
minutes, doggo, and then I'll take you on
Because
a
of
walk.
these characteristics, they have
Stop!
been named accordingly
Fucking
as
headphones.
Vita Carnis.
Vita
The
Carnis.
Carnis species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is
Made
composed of raw meat, not including their Carnis relative.
Raw meat. They consume organic material, mainly flesh of other animals, non-carnous.
The Carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance of crawl, which leads to the first creature of the Carnis species, the crawl. The crawl is a growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine, the only difference being the dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the host to divisions of other, smaller branches.
That kind of looks like red venom.
And each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings. The ends of these tendrils are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy, although the crawl also obtains energy through another means. Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis, the dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments, easily allowing it to spread across the world, and can be found pretty much anywhere. Its recent inclusion in the found pretty much types of environments,
why is
easily
that area
allowing it to
black
spread
and then
across
goes
the world, and can be
disappears?
found pretty much anywhere. Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance.
Hello?
One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead.
But I like your game.
The crawl's abundance grants plenty of nourishment to all animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population,
I'm sorry if you've been here before and I just don't recognize your name.
And are able to eat the crawl as well. The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl,
if you've been here before,
and the cycle begins again.
Welcome back. If you haven't, then
this
welcome on in.
This form of symbiosis leads to an
We're watching
environment
Vita Carnis.
where all populations thrive.
Poop.
Humanity
crawl,
also uses the crawl to our advantage. Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality. The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and reliably so.
Like that.
But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards. The crawl also plays a very important role in the next creatures that we have been studying. Sometimes, in a crawl-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live on as an independent animal.
Node of meat.
This leads us to the upcoming species that we will be discussing. The first of these creatures are the trimmings.
Whoa.
These creatures are the trimmings.
I saw. Well, how am I supposed to read that? How am I supposed to read that? Does it show it? Oh! I can't read that either, but it looks like there's a king, a queen, and a kid. Is there a clear frame of it, or is that it? No, can't even read it if I squint. Darian Quilloy. Episode 2, let's go! Warning, this video talks and shows imagery of graphic content like gore, flashing lights, violence, death. Viewer discretion is advised. Trimmings. Trimmings are so cute.
The trimmings.
I'll be the judge of that.
Trimmings are small animals that resemble skinned raccoons. They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes, nose and ear holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics.
Oh, like spikes.
One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue, and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no larger than a basketball.
Oh, okay, so I can pop one.
Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume. Although it isn't omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and deceased animals. Although its appearance is unsightly, it is a cowardly creature, only fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened.
I don't like that.
Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators. Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the case.
Whoa. Mass trimming infestation. Estimated 400 plus trimmings gathered under a large abandoned satellite dish.
Is not the case. The crawl constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes, keeping up their numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be found.
I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not bright, but I can catch stuff sometimes. I might not understand whatever the fuck it means, but I see it.
Wherever there is abundant crawl. Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years.
Damn short lifespan.
Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, the proportions on this shut up, Matt. The proportions on that human seem wrong. Like, the hands are almost to the knees. Because I think the knees are about, like, right here, honestly, because this is a calf. It also seems like it's standing up on its tippy toes. So this is the mid-thigh. This is actually about where the fingers should be. So the fact that the arms are this much long, this doesn't seem human to me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's throwing me off.
Are plentiful. Humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests. Due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night.
That one looks like a lobster.
Besides all of this, some people...
Almost as if the people who made the video are not exactly human. I don't like that answer. I don't like that answer. I'm not a fan. Sedona, just give me 20 minutes and then I'll take you on your walk, okay? 20 minutes and then your walk. I know, you're smiling at me. Well, that looks like a nightmare.
Still keep trimmings as pets and relatively domesticate them.
Shut up, Matt.
Nuisance or not, trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers to their skittish
nature. Here's a trimming compared to a regular-sized human. Totally regular-sized human.
The next species on our list is the meat snake.
Meat snake. Wait, was there anything I missed? Beep, 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 beep. On another unreadable page. Does it show again, or is it just the... No, it's just that. Hey, anyone else can read that? Can anyone read this? Can anyone read this? Looks like it's in fucking binary. Shout out to Erla's lobster arc that she had for a while there when she was learning about blue. I was learning about all kinds of lobsters because I kept getting recommended lobster shorts. And there was this really cool one that was like half blue, half red. It was really cool. Darian Quilloy. Meat snakes!
The meat snake.
I need to look at lobster videos again. Those
the meat snake is a worm-like creature made of a variety of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane. Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length.
That's so tiny! I don't like it though.
It will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although, under extreme conditions, like natural disasters,
music
war,
has
or
to
plague,
be
it can greatly surpass this
Whoa!
length.
I saw that! Go back. Largest meat snake ever discovered. During a sweep of underground settlements made during the war, a massive meat snake was discovered. I can't read what's before meat snake. Was discovered stuck inside an underground something. The beast measured a total of 40 meters in length. It is believed that bodies gathered during the war fed the creature, causing it to reach unbelievable size. Okay, time to translate 40 meters to American. 40 meters to feet. 131 feet! That's a lot of dinglages. 131 feet? Okay, what's the length of a football field? $360. About 10 cars. How many cheeseburgers is that?
Please surpass this length. The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism. The meat snake allocates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its environment. The sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby.
Okay.
This process shares many similarities to regular snakes, hence the meat snake's name.
Okay.
Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole. Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake. Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted.
I don't like that answer, Spore.
Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has consumed. During its lifespan.
Is that a human one? Is this a rhino? Is that a human one? Is that a fucking human one? I don't like that.
Each corresponding to what that one has consumed.
I don't like that.
During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed. A meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years. The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease.
It can't eat living things.
Chemicals.
Okay.
The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating.
Meaty snakey.
Interestingly, the meat snake is the only member of the Carnis family that is able to reproduce. When a meat snake reaches an excessive size and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms. Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold.
Woo! I'm safe!
Their population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available.
I think.
Where there is death, their population climates, not too hot.
Wait. Bread means it can be there, right?
Hot, not too cold.
He can make his own friends.
Their population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes.
It is almost time for... How about this? After this one, I'll take you to go potty, okay?
Meat snake.
You were curious because Scary Video Stream was the first time you found my channel, so you looked up to see if you could find the post of mine, and you saw it was either 280 days ago or 287 days ago. Damn!
Are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion, preventing the spread of disease.
Oh.
Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin.
You know what? That's actually really nice.
On the battlefield to dispose of festering bodies and parts.
I don't like that
and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals.
That's
they are extremely tame, not caring if any creature is around them, only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This means they are very easy to tame.
Easy to tame.
Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature with a very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell.
These are amazingly rendered, though, by the way.
Our next creature is the mimic.
Oh, don't like that! Give me like a moment, okay, pup? After being stranded, eventually Prince? What magic he could to put himself into healing sleep. Huh. So there's a fairy tale story going on? You know what, Darian Quillboy? You've done a good job. Okay. So, I gotta take Doggo to go potty. Yeah, she looked up at that. So I will be back in a mo. Okay, I think this skipped to the other back, because we already watched Meat Snakes. So we should be on Mimics, I think. Alright, let's keep going.
The Mimic.
The Mimic.
The Mimic is a bipedal
Wait a minute.
creature.
Okay.
The Mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy. They
Don't like
greatly
that.
resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features. These features include extended finger length, longer limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent
Noted.
feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile. Although it resembles
Smile,
a happy
yes.
face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped.
Coincidence. Let's see.
The maw of the mimic contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat and swallowing chunks whole. A mature mimic's diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
Entirely. Oh, okay. Oh, up. No.
Human flesh.
No. Don't like that. That's what we call in the business, and
Because
hell
of this,
no.
they are found solely around human-populated areas. The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages. In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin, sleek, and only have
Oh, I
4
don't like
appendages.
that.
In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow. Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning. Its hunting style changes and becomes much more complicated.
Don't
It
like
now
that.
stalks and feeds only on humans. It will locate human-populated area and begin its search for an easy target. To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing, mannequins, and furniture. Once a target has been found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night.
I don't like that.
Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute and immediately begin consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal. Although, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or startle
Jesus
prey
fuck.
into
That knocking sounded like it was in my house.
cornering themselves.
Here.
A mimic will use
This
a
one.
variety of sounds to either lure or startle prey into cornering themselves. Once a human is
That was
in
directly
place,
in my
it
right
will
ear.
swiftly attack and kill the helpless target.
What? Hell no. You got some IRL shit though. Don't have the light! It'll know you're there. Brr. Love is a wrong word. Here comes the squeaky toy. Uh-oh. Meat fingers. It knows you're there. Thanks for shining the light on it, dumbass. Oh yeah, you're dead. Fuck.
The next stage of the mimic's life cycle has two potential morphs it may develop into. If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being. It now can blend entirely into civilization and lure other humans more effectively.
How
The second
many
type of morph
mimics are
happens when a
humans?
mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coating of a flexible skin, which is highly durable, and increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes.
Outperforms you. I'd be pissed.
This excludes the face, which is now coated in a pale pink skin. The mimic's teeth have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat, leaving its mouth a toothless
Brr.
grin. It uses the dark hue of its skin to
fuck?
hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet.
Don't like that.
Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter. Here are the instructions.
1.
Just die. A witty
Avoid
smile.
going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings. 2. If you encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities. 3. If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route. 4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5. If you have a weapon, do not use it. A mimic is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not effective enough to bring it down in time. Instead, use it as a barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks. 6. In a situation where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area, and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture. A mimic will not linger too long to search for prey, and will move on.
Be safe, and avoid any encounters with a mimic at all costs. Next up,
Avoid the thing
the
that copies
harvester.
people. The prince was long. He slept for what seemed like was forever. As he slept, the land around him changed and grew unrecognizable from when the prince first arrived, but the sleep still needed time to heal the prince, much more time, and kept the prince safe while he rested, guarding him from the elements as the land changed. Yeah, my thought. Don't like that. Nom nom. Nom nom. Nom nom. Alright. Come on, go to the next one so I can pause and go grab my food. I'll be right back. Guys, we got a kid cuisine. Grown-ass adult right here, kid cuisine. Let's go. Let's watch about the harvesters.
The harvester. The harvester is a large, bulbous mass, with a large amount of tendrils spreading from the base.
Oh,
The bulb measures around 3 meters in height and 2 meters in
Hi,
diameter.
pigeon.
The tendrils, on the other hand, can extend up to 150 meters in diameter horizontally. The harvester is a specialized form of crawl that grows in a unique and deadly way. A harvester is created when a node, that will grow into a harvester, instead of separating, continues to grow. Eventually, it will grow tendrils of its own. It uses the energy provided by its mother branch and expands its reach further. Its tendrils, hidden just below the surface of the ground. The harvester is equipped with 2 types of specialized tendrils. The first type is bulky and flat. They lie the closest to the surface. These branches are lined on each length of the tendril with spines, extending in the shape of a bear trap. On each side of the branch, those particular spines have a vein that feed into them, that pump 2 types of venom. On one side, the spines can inject a neurotoxin, which will attack the nervous system of whomever it is injected into, causing sudden paralysis.
Oh no.
The other side can inject an anticoagulant, which when injected, prevents blood cells from clotting.
Oh no.
Whenever a large animal moves across the area armed with these tendrils, the branches will clamp onto the animal and thrash violently. Once the prey has been injected with both venoms, the tendrils will rest and the prey will immediately collapse. The animal will be unable to move due to the paralysis, and the wounds caused by the thrashing spines will not stop bleeding. All the prey can do is lie patiently, until succumbing to blood loss.
Oh my God.
Once the prey has bled out, the second type of tendrils come in. They lie below the spine equipped once. These branches are thick, but very sturdy. They share similar anatomy to the small branches of the crawl, equipped with organelle that absorbs nutrients.
Going to town.
These tendrils
Oh, 1 second, I got a murder. Banned. Murdered.
Blood, and move their way to the surface and begin to absorb the vital fluid. Once the blood has been consumed,
get the fuck out of mine.
tendrils will wrap around the body and begin to shuffle downwards. This movement loosens the soil and slowly pull the body underground. Once secure, the tendrils will continue to feed until there is nothing but scraps.
Goddamn.
The nourishment absorbed by the tendrils will be sucked back into the main bulb of the harvester. This bulb houses all the vital organs and the venom glands that pump into the spines. The nutrients are then converted into usable energy. The remains underground decompose, providing a rich soil, causing very prominent plant growth, which then attracts more animals.
Nothing but
A strange behavior the harvester displays is its choice of diet. The spines will only activate on larger animals, allowing smaller ones to pass by unaffected. The spines will also not activate on some species of bird. There are a couple theories as to why this happens. One, it could be that attacking smaller animals would cost too much energy for what they get in return, making it not worth the time. Another could be that smaller animals may attract larger animals or predators, allowing a safe place where prey may thrive and lure more predators. It truly is astonishing. Although it is a spectacular creature, it is also very dangerous. The harvester is decently rare, only populating sparse areas in the northern hemisphere and woodland forests.
Huh.
If you are stung by a harvester, there will be no way of helping you, being that there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
Oh.
The best thing you can do is avoid encountering a harvester in the first place. If you are hiking, take note of any warnings or signs saying that there are harvesters around. If you also notice an abundance of lush, ground-dwelling plants in a forested area, and there are no signs of wildlife, this is suspicious and you should leave the area, staying close to the base of large trees or rocks. If you find yourself in the middle of a harvester ground, do not panic. Sudden movements may activate the tendrils and will inject you. Although a harvester is rather forgiving, do not risk any skittish movements. Remain calm. If you have any objects with considerable heft, like coats, backpacks, or full water bottles, gently take that object and lightly toss it towards the bulb, and away from your escape route. This will activate the spines on where the object lands, distracting the bulb for a moment. You will then slowly begin to do wide shuffles away from the bulb. If possible, throw another object when you are certain you are a fair enough distance away, just to be safe. Continue until you are completely sure you are out of harm's way. You may come out unscathed, but don't be too obnoxious, or you will be a harvester's next meal. Next up
Remember,
is
kids, don't be obnoxious. The host? It is. It is.
the host of influence.
Oh.
The host of influence, more commonly referred to as the host, has its name derived from a host who invites guests to an event. Not to be confused with a host, a harborer of parasites or disease. The host is a semi-humanoid-looking organism. It has the structure of a head, torso, and arms. Other than this, it shares no other characteristics. The lower half of the host is comprised of a mass of fibrous tissue and tendrils that burrow into the ground to hold the host in place. Instead of skin, the host is covered in muscular tissue fibers, tendons, and veins. In some parts of the body are covered in a meaty plate, used to cover any large exposed areas, but allowing movement. The host's head has a smooth surface where the face should be, attached to a crooked neck, which houses a slit in the front used for feeding.
Why do these people just put up with this? Why don't they just bomb?
On the host's back is a mound of pores.
This earth sounds like hell.
Protruding from these pores are hollow, hair-like structures, extending outwards. These hairs are barrels that release spores produced within host's body by being fired into the air. These spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs. Luckily, the host is rare, only found in North America.
Oh, fuck that.
Obtaining info about the host is a very risky and daunting task. This is because of their rarity and of how dangerous it is to be up close to one. The spores released by a host is very dangerous when inhaled. A host will release a cloud of spores into the air, which will be picked up by wind and carried great distances. If an organism inhales the spores, the particles will find their way into the organism's brain and infect them. An infected organism will show no symptoms of infection right away, but a couple hours after infection the infected organism's behavior and thought process will change. The first symptoms that appear are restlessness, sluggish movement, numbness of joints, and lack of coordination. Then more serious symptoms appear over time. These include dizziness, migraines, impaired speech, and trembles.
And downloading
If
League of
you
Legends.
or someone you know show these symptoms, contact poison control or emergency services. After a total of 6 to 7 hours after infection, the organism will cease all activities they were previously doing and begin to walk. The direction the infected will walk is towards the host whose spores have been inhaled by the infected individual. If the infected makes their way to the host, they will kneel down in front of it, expose their vital organs, and the host will promptly gut and remove those organs. The host will consume them and discard the leftover scraps. However, if an infected organism doesn't reach the host within a 36-hour span or is treated for their infection, the effects will wear off and return back to normal.
Oh, cool.
If a host is unable to find prey or doesn't like its current location, it will unroot itself and move to a new location.
I actually want to see
Their
video of that.
scarce
That looks
numbers
like
and the
funny.
hazard of being around one makes getting info about the host very daunting. All you need to currently know is that the host is extremely dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. Next, the monoliths.
The monoliths. Oh! Okay. Although one day the critters found the cave while searching for food, they found the prince in his healing sleep. The critters were awestruck and enchanted by the prince's magic. Let's learn about the monoliths, guys!
The monoliths. The
Are those all,
monolith
like,
is a
baby
very new
arms?
creature, only showing up in June of 1972, in the area of... There are only 7 monoliths, all of them located in a circular position, 1.5 kilometers in diameter. This ring of
Strange.
monoliths surrounds...
I guess no one gets to know.
The monolith is a Titanic-sized being, measuring roughly 120 meters in height. Each monolith has 2 trunk legs that are firmly embedded underground.
Oh,
The
shit.
legs connect to a torso. The creature itself is made of hundreds of thousands of meaty strands, tightly woven together to form the structure. These strands end at the neck, fusing into a solid mass of hardened flesh in the shape of an upside-down triangle, with a hole in its center. On each side of the monolith where arms would be, there are dozens of long, rope-like appendages. These reach just barely to the
Just
ground.
stand in a circle.
At the creature's feet, the strands go deep into the earth and extend horizontally a decent distance away. What the monoliths do is simply stand and do nothing. The only
They're just
activity
standing
documented
there,
that the monoliths have done was
ominously.
during this period, they were extremely aggressive. When the group of were making their way to the city, the monolith that they had passes roared a deep bellow and swung its appendages at the team, completely wiping them out. When military vehicles were dispatched, once they got close enough top the monolith, it roared another call, this time releasing an EMP blast, completely knocking the vehicles out in the vicinity. Finally, long-distance rockets were fired and struck the creature.
Oh.
Although damaged, it regenerated
Wait.
at great speed.
Is there something there? Not really. Okay. Just the photograph.
Although damaged,
Big
it
strunk, yeah,
regenerated
big
at
strunk,
great
big
speed
strunk.
and resumed its stance unscathed. Eventually, the area has been fenced off and is now restricted to all. Ever since, the monolith stands silently,
Your mom
now
is there.
only a grand spectacle of awe and mystery, only adding more questions to these meat beings. And finally, The last creature on this list is
Ball.
marvelous
Whoa!
and
I saw that! Last creature is Ball. What is this creature? Why are they dangerous? What creature could use this magic to help them? Something food. They continued to argue about the prince. Something his magic should not be messed with.
marvelous and majestic world that exists today. It's as extraordinary to have such strange and mysterious beings appear all around us. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery of the lives of these living meat creatures.
National Living Meat Research. More to come. Living Meat Research documentary, full footage.
On planet Earth, life has thrived for millions of years. Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changing the balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself. That is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms? Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity? From what our scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home. What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today.
Oh.
But here is what we do know.
This is just all these, isn't it?
These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones. They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat.
Yeah, I already saw that. Okay.
This could be the greatest discovery of the age.
Oh.
Baby.
Baby.
Shred this feeling in.
Flowers.
Have any information of the whereabouts?
Wait. Wanted by the CSIS? What is the CSIS? Date of birth, highest brown. Canadian. He's a Canadian! Canada's CIA. Got it. I just said Canada. Oh, God. Oh, that would explain why he's Canadian and why stuff is... He is in Alberta and... Yeah, this all come together.
We may
be making a dish that has recently gained a fair amount of popularity.
That looks...
Today's dish will be a cheesy
That's just
called
pasta.
penne.
That is just pasta with meat on top, no sauce.
To start off, these will be the ingredients you will need. 3 cups of penne pasta. Roughly 3 cups worth of fresh scroll. Try to get a variety of sizes when you buy yours, or when you harvest them yourself.
Who the fuck wants to eat that?
1 cup of cheese.
Cheese,
Half
okay.
a cup of green onion.
Why only the green part of the onion?
1 teaspoon of salt.
Why would you
2
just put...
tablespoons
Wait.
of Cajun spice.
Why would you just put those on the cutting
2
board?
tablespoons of parsley.
Whoa. Why would you just set those on the cut...
1 tablespoon of dill. 1 tablespoon
Why are you
of
just setting that
garlic.
shit on the cutting board?
A pinch of pepper.
Those are spices. You don't just put them on a cutting
the
board.
Most crucial ingredient. Nutrier Company's newly released flavor enhancer.
Triangle.
to bring out the richness of flavors within each and every meal.
Don't trust that. What's it made of?
First, get a medium-sized pot and fill half of it with water.
Why is the motherfucker wearing a hazmat suit to cook?
Add a pinch of salt, which is used
Lab
to help
suit.
the pot come to a boil faster and
Who the
help
fuck puts
flavor
salt
the
in with
pasta.
it?
Then, set aside to boil.
As someone who loves to
Grab
cook,
your
this is
coal
pissing
and
me
a
off.
sharp knife. Begin to cut the meat into a rough mince.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Ah! Did you add extra meaty sounds, you fuck?
Crawl is soft on the outside, but the interior has a surprising sturdiness.
The veneer? The veneer has a surprising sturdiness? The fuck?
Then, gather the meat and set aside.
I don't like it. Well, this is a bad time for me to be eating my pie. You're ruining my pie video!
Mince the green onion into rough segments. Take this mince and set aside as well.
Set aside as
Next,
well.
grab your skillet and preheat with a long some
Skillet?
oil.
I was gonna start singing a skillet song and then I just couldn't think of a single one.
Take your minced crawl and spread it evenly across the skillet.
You make me feel invincible, earthquake, powerful. You're like
Stir
a tidal
occasionally
wave.
until crisp and
Ugh.
brown.
I don't like that.
As your water reaches a boil, add your penne and stir occasionally.
I don't know if I would. It depends on how safe it was.
Cook until soft. At this time, your crawl will be brown and crisp. Add your minced green onion and then the spices.
Who's playing this fucking guitar?
Mix well.
Lab meat.
Once your pasta is finished cooking,
Super safe, thanks to
strain
the
it.
flavor enhancer. You mean the flavor enhancer that has like the fucking Illuminati triangle on the packaging?
Lay your cooked penne evenly into your dish.
Cooked penne. Penne is like a subpar pasta noodle anyways.
Then add the crawl topping.
Routine for life.
Sprinkle a
spiraled
generous
ones,
amount
isn't
of cheese along the still warm crawl for it to melt.
You need some sauce. Where's the sauce?
At this
Where the
point,
fuck is the
finish
sauce?
preparing the dish with your flavor enhancer, but allow your dish to cool to a temperature below 60 degrees Celsius, or else
Why
the
does it have to be
enhancer will not work.
What do you mean it won't work? What do you mean it won't work?
And now, you may serve and enjoy.
Spices aren't supposed to be like that. Spices don't just not work when you put them on hot food. Cosmic Void Sauce. So good, it's out of this world. I would love to make my own sauce. Ah, my ears! Was there something there that I missed? Vids in the Beginning by Martin Chronicles. My 80s TV music by my sister. Oh, wow. Tell her to never make music again. Oh! Wait. Although the critters ignored the rest of... I'm not dying. The rest of... Instead, these... Though the critters ignored... Seriously would said it, they smell good for recovery. Something about helping the prince with recovery. Huh. Yo, Stream Element, shut the fuck up! The spice is alive. I don't like that. I don't like living spice.
Many people get pets for companionship.
Golden!
They form bonds and grow relationships with these animals.
I
even
have
to
a
the
golden
point of them
puppy.
being considered a part of the family. Most people get dogs or cats, but maybe you want something more interesting.
I'm
Then
good.
you may want to get yourself a trimming. These lumps of meat have grown a
I hate that.
reputation to be a loving companion for many people in the recent months. Although most people may not know the proper ways to care for them. Today, we will be
Motherfucker,
showing
that
you
looks like
how
a
you can
de-shelled
care for your
turtle.
pet trimming.
With cancer.
Taking care of a trimming is fairly easy, but this is no reason to slack off. They are living things and do require maintenance. The first thing to keep in mind when keeping a trimming is the temperature of your home. While trimmings are resilient to both high and low conditions, you want to keep your base temperature near room temp, maybe slightly cooler. That being said, trimmings
Why?
prefer warmer areas to nest. A simple setup you may use is a box with some blankets on the inside. Make sure there is enough for your trimming to cover itself. And now, you have a
He's
comfy
snuggling.
bed for your buddy. Next, you want to give your trimming the best diet possible. Trimmings are not picky eaters, and will eat anything you give them.
Angelica.
Keep your trimming healthy and strong, a diet of dry cat or dog food that is high in protein, provided 2 times a day, is best. As a treat, you may give your trimming any scraps of your food. Things like apple cores, banana peels, or eggshells are a perfect snack. A thing to
Banana.
remember is trimmings are nocturnal and make plenty of noise.
Oh, I don't like that.
To prevent you from having sleepless nights,
What the fuck? What is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
to prevent you from having sleepless nights, try to give your trimmings
Not
first
eggshells
meal
in
the
my
late
tree.
morning or afternoon. This helps them be active
Man,
during
I'd be
these times
walking on
instead.
eggshells every day.
Another thing to consider if you want a pet trimming is where they will be living.
I don't.
Your home should have enough space for your trimming to roam around, as well as access to the outdoors, like a backyard. If not, be sure to take your trimmings
Ah, it's gotta
on
touch
regular
grass, just like
walks.
VTubers.
This gives your trimming the
You know
exercise
what?
they need.
Trimmings and
as well
VTubers
as
have a lot in
allowing them
common.
to meet other trimmings.
They have eggshells for snacks. You gotta feed them regularly. They're very loud at night, and every now and then you need to let them go touch grass.
Trimmings are a social creature and need to interact
Crunch.
with others of their kind, like how they do in the wild. When it comes to entertainment, trimmings are not the most active and aren't the best at fetch or tug of war. But here are other ways to keep your trimming entertained. Some toys that trimmings like are little items they can
Oh God,
push,
my
around,
trimmings on
pull, or
iFunny!
carry. Trimmings also
Oh,
enjoy
God.
things that you enjoy as well.
He's becoming
watching
racist!
television or listening to the radio. They love
He's watching Joe Rogan!
all the funny things coming from the devices. After a long day,
You trying to hide some shit? I see. I see. They get watch
after a long
VTubers.
day, your trimming might be dirty and need a wash. To clean them, start your bath with a gentle warm water mixed with a bit of hand
I don't know
or
if we
body
should
wash.
be doing torture
Gently
Choco.
scrub the trimming's feet.
It might be a
armpits,
creature from
belly,
hell, but that's a
and
little
neck folds.
far.
Remember to be careful around their face and avoid getting soap in their eyes, nose, and mouth. Gently pat dry with a towel when done. Now your buddy
I
is
insult
all
my own
clean.
genre of content. It only wants hugs.
And lastly, as said before, trimmings are social creatures, so be sure to give them plenty of affection.
And then me.
They love receiving pats, scratches, and pets. They also love to sit with you and cuddle.
Remember to pet your meat.
Since they communicate with each other in the wild, it is best to replicate this behavior with them as well. Simply talking to them is plenty enough. You can talk about your day, if anything interesting happened at work, if you are working on any new recipes, or talk about the weather. Trimmings are very good listeners and love to be involved.
Are they listening devices?
With all of
Are they
these in
living
mind,
listening
you are
devices?
now well equipped to have a trimming become a part
I'm
of
not
the
surprised,
family.
Matt.
Do things right, and you will have a companion for a long while.
I'm not dignifying what the fuck you just said with a response. Good night, Choke, or good morning. Have good rest. More to come. Meat snake specimen archived footage. Let's fucking go. Don't tell him I'm watching. I'll get in trouble.
In the year of 1945,
see you after the
with
changing
war
and the
finally
plans.
ended,
Got it.
The cleanup process had started. During routine sweep of an underground train tunnel, the cleanup crew made a grotesque discovery. Found completely filling the tunnel was a
Holy
meaty
shit.
wall, and in the center of the mass was an opening with several skulls surrounding it. Closer inspection of the blockage revealed that the mass was actually an extremely engorged meat snake. Its impeccable size had blocked off the entirety of the tunnel's path. This creature. First was the coloration. A typical meat snake's color is bright reds and light browns.
What do you mean the changing?
This particular meat
It's new,
snake
Choco's
was a
new model.
very
No,
deep
it's
maroon.
what happens in 2025.
Another strange thing about it was its behavior. This creature barely moved. Meat snakes are normally sluggish and encumbersome.
You're not supposed
but
to
the
know. It
specimen
happens in
discovered
2025,
seemed to
dude.
lack even basic motor functions.
Choco knows because she's in 2025.
Its
She's in the
behavior was
future.
that of a plant's.
Hasn't happened yet.
Stationary, with only minor movements within. One would assume it was dead. The reason the meat snake may act this way may be because it was completely lodged in place and minimized movements to conserve energy. But how would
You
it
don't
have
trust
gotten
me?
this deep into the tunnel in the first place?
Damn, that's wild.
And by the looks of weathering, it had been in there for quite some time. So how did it get so large? The answer was discovered by a different cleaning crew, who found the other end of the tunnel. They followed
other
it
end.
until it met with the other end of the meat snake. Alongside it was a huge pile of This meat snake's skin
Corpses.
also displayed great amounts of resilience. It took several days of cutting to even obtain a sample. Here, you can see the clear difference between this meat snake
This is some fuckface paranoid area shit happening right now.
specimen versus
Don't
a
worry
normal
about
meat
it.
snake's
There's
membrane.
nothing to worry about.
Testing on the sample showed that it had great immunity to damage. It tolerated extreme freezing temperatures, extreme heat temperatures, and even high doses of radiation.
I see.
It is a wonder how such durability can occur in an organic creature. Another strange phenomenon is the smell off the skin. Normally, it would have a sour smell of rotting flesh. But the specimen displayed a rather pleasant smell, like that of cooking scrambled
As
eggs.
if that'll protect you from the
Meat
plans.
snake was later discovered to be missing by unknown survivors. How the meat snake
Dude in suit? Military man!
How the meat snake grew in size was discovered to be
Corpses. There was corpses, right? Up, I saw that. Come back here, you motherfucker. See if I can read you. One of the creatures built up the courage to meet the now awake stranger. They crawled to the prince's side and extended their hand in friendship. Prince reached back, and together they formed a bond that will change their fate. Oh, police uniform. Okay. I'm not really good at identifying uniforms, I'm gonna be straight up honest. More to come. Mimic defense and structural tape.
As of the time of this video's release, we have been facing a concerning increase of missing persons and fatalities on a global scale.
Oh.
The reason for this is because we are under attack.
Oh.
We have discovered that there has been a significant growth of mimic populations, which is threatening public safety. National leaders have released this instructional recording to teach you on how to defend yourself. Here is what you need to know about the threat. Mimics are humanoid, intelligent predators that are highly adaptive and feed solely on human prey. Mimics gain information on people by watching their daily lives and pick to hunt people when they are most vulnerable. The most common times a mimic will attack is when you are asleep, that walking alone, or in a cornered position. Mimics are cautious and calculated creatures, taking precautions to ensure a successful hunt. They utilize various tactics to capture a person by surprise. One of the more well-known tactics is hiding itself inside of furniture, to blend into its environment. Common objects that mimics can hide inside are sofas, recliners, wardrobes, ottomans, and other places a mimic can comfortably wait. Mimics are able to contort their body in ways that allow them to fit inside smaller places.
Not a good time for my
They
neighbors
also
to be
use
knocking
it to
on
expand
fucking
their
walls.
body, making themselves appear larger for intimidation. Another method mimics use to blend in is their ability to put on and wear clothing.
Oh, he's wearing a hoodie.
Mimics put on layers of shirts, pants, and jackets to hide their bright red skin and blend into densely populated areas. In very rare cases, mimics can develop and grow to look very similar to human beings. Pairing this with clothing, it can be very hard to tell the difference between a mimic and a person right away. If you are unsure if a person is a mimic, look out for key features that may reveal their true form.
Uh-huh.
Look for abnormal facial features,
Yeah.
like large,
Like that.
bulbous eyes, flat
Like
noses,
that.
wide mouths
Uh-huh.
and an uncanny smile, and clammy skin. Also pay attention to other exposed body parts like hands. Mimic people will have long fingers with no fingernails. If you are unable to see their face or hands, watch their walking pattern. Mimics' legs are long and hunched. Their walking will be unusual and irregular. Here is what you do if you are met with a mimic. If it stands before you, do not panic.
Okay.
Stand your ground and try to appear larger.
I'm big.
Wave your hands and make plenty of noise. Maintain eye contact. A mimic will hesitate
Prolonged
to
eye
attack a potential
contact.
threat. If you are armed with a weapon, Aim for the head or legs. These are the
I thought
best
weapons
areas
don't
to
work,
hit to immobilize the threat.
according
Fight
to that
back
other
and
video.
don't let it get a hold on you. If you find a mimic that hasn't discovered you yet, stay out of sight. Call the authorities and alert them of your location. Stay where you are to avoid startling the mimic. If the mimic gives chase, run. Try to get somewhere out of sight and hide. Do not leave the area. Officials will need to locate you to help. Stay low and stay quiet. With the information you have learned, use it well and stay safe.
But that was different than the other one. Which one do I trust? I don't know who to trust. Christopher and Janice, case 1983, observed footage for gun. Okay, okay.
Got it. Let's see. Yep, it's working.
Thanks, I found it on Etsy.
One sec. Yeah.
I thought it fit the vibe the best.
Hello.
I thought you only had 30 minutes of tape on that.
I know, but just gotta see how it works.
That's fair.
Like,
Yeah, well,
I never got to use one of these. It's too bad. You were the only person who could film with me, so you're gonna have to put up with it.
Fine.
Screw you. Screw you. Screw you. It's still way too dark. One sec. There we go. Hello.
Cold.
Okay, okay, 1 second. So I, god damn it.
There we go. We got some light now. But look at that over there. You can't see anything unless I like point directly over there. Like, nope, can't see nothing.
Are you sure we should be out this late?
Probably not.
Fine, I'll cook you stuff when we get home. Don't worry.
I'm hungry.
Too bad.
Babe, I'm hungry. What the fuck? Who the fuck moves a flashlight that much when they're walking?
Wait. Ah, shit. Right, but it still turns off and on randomly for some reason. Like, it's the best thing I could get my hands on, though. Turning on and off, but it's the only thing that they would give me. It works, though. I just gotta watch.
This is gnarly.
It's not my fault this guy lives in a fucking dump. We're almost there. We just gotta get through the woods.
Hell no.
You see it, though? Hopefully I show up on camera, though. Hopefully there are lights out there. Like, people still live there, right? Can't be that bad.
Pretty dark to me.
Don't go at night, you'll have a fright. It's gonna go and take your life.
I don't know why. Like, why would they
Just
get rid
listen,
of
see, you are about to be part of the living meat.
Dogs barking are never a good sign.
Then fucking turn around and go.
Well, the sky looks nice. This thing can't capture it. I can barely capture the ground in front of me. supposedly they found some guy, like, it was like a grody scene, like, it was disgusting. Like, they had to get rid of the trailer he was in, and then, like, they didn't let anyone nearby, and it was like this big conspiracy. So, I'm filming that. Hopefully, I get a good mark for it.
Oh my god, he's gonna die.
There we go, we're getting close.
This motherfucker will die. He's not gonna survive the night. I wonder which one is gonna be that takes his life with a quick ass scream.
Oh, bush. Careful.
I'm telling you, no, no, no. This dude's life is about to go. It's gonna be a bad day. Only one survived
Yeah, we're almost
tonight.
there. We're on the road. We're right next to it.
20 minutes, okay.
It's literally up there.
Mimic defense, so it's gotta be a mimic, huh?
Come on. It's not too late yet.
Hungry.
You said that already.
Yeah? Still hungry.
Girl, I feel ya.
Soon, okay? We're almost there. It'll be like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay? We're on the road. We're almost there. We just got past the tree line and make the way to the trailer park. Then we can go home. Okay?
Okay.
I don't want to be out here either. It's a weird place.
Then why are you?
Right here. You go ahead. You can't see it there.
He's so stupid.
Where am I even going?
Just up here. There should be a path. Right there, yeah, right here. See, I found the path. We're all good.
Oh my god. This is intense. I don't know how to, like, react to this other than don't be stupid, don't be stupid. Oh, you're being stupid? Well, I guess you're gonna die then. That's all I got. That's all I've got. This is a lot of time of them just walking in the woods.
This way. I think this way. Yo, look at this. I didn't see this on my way over here last time. It's cool. Like, we could get a shot of this in, like, atmosphere, you know?
It just looks like tetanus to me.
Hopefully.
Try.
One sec, let me get a good lighting on that.
Good
There we
lighting.
go. Yeah, look at that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good lighting.
Like old stuff here as well. Anyways.
I'm at this point just hoping a mimic kills them because goddamn, this is taking forever to get going. It's been 5 minutes and we found a truck.
Flat part now. Yeah, we're close. Trailer should be right up ahead. This is where everyone was. There's no one here now, though. Not a single building in sight. Except, like, way over there. But there's no one here. It's the strangest thing. This
Is something gonna happen? Are they gonna die?
Yeah.
Something happened.
Okay. So you take the camera and the light. Point it at me, but don't point it at my eyes, please.
Point it at me, but not my eyes. Is it gonna show him getting mauled?
Like a bark bag.
Show him get mauled.
Alright, give me a second. And we do a little read. Okay. You're 19.
Confidential?
Although, when he arrived at home, he found a grizzly scene. He detailed Barar, his father, that he came home to, found dead. The grizzly scene lies before him.
Grizzly scene? I would love to see something.
Strange thing, though, they immediately closed off everything. No one was allowed here, but only a few witnesses saw what truly happened there. For some reason, the police were acting very weird, trying to keep everyone away and telling little information. And when the information was...
Well, yeah, because they don't want people interfering with the investigation. That's how most things work, dude.
Police say it was a suicide, but witnesses that did catch an eye of what happened say the scene was much too grisly to do that. But police haven't come out about anything yet. So that's why I'm here to answer what truly happened. And that's it for now.
You said grizzly way too much.
What?
You said grizzly way too much.
Grizzly like a bear?
Okay, should I retry?
Sure.
Okay.
Pause.
That one turned out alright, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, why is it rolling? Did you catch that?
Oh.
30 minutes to film, and yet, I needed someone to film. Alright. No hard feelings, okay?
Okay.
It's pretty scary out here. I know. I understand. Yeah, 'cause like, back there was the
Why did he
perfect
buy
time
his friend to
for
film? And she was
film.
like, I don't really want to be here. Man, same.
Cut it out. Scary enough as is.
If I was in that situation, I'd be like, damn, same. I don't want to be here.
Chris?
This fucking sucks.
Chris? Where are you?
Oh, he fucking dead.
Come on.
He's fucking dead.
This isn't funny. Chris! I just want to go home. Come on.
Oh, pie, kitty cat.
Fine. I guess I'm going home without you. I'm cold,
Yeah, go.
tired, and hungry. If you want to stay out here and play
Stop.
games, you can.
Don't rub on the mic. Come here. I'll just hold you and cuddle you and pet you. Good kitty cat. He's fucking dead. DED dead. Woo! Careful, Ruby. Did it steal his clothes? Ah! We can't see through your tail, girl! Ow! Ah. Fuck this shit, I'm not.
Chris? What are you doing?
There's an
Chris,
ad
this isn't funny.
44 seconds on Twitch.
Oh. God.
Oh, she fucked. Get inside. Lock the door. Oh, she's fucked. She did. And that's why you don't go at night, kids. Right there. That's why. That's why you don't go out at night. Wait. Was there something there? Oh, there was. I can't read that. But it looks like it's showing them the world. Za worldo. Okay, Ruby, I'm gonna pet you. Will that make you happy? I'm gonna give you all of the pets right now. Will that make you happy? I'm gonna fluff your fur up. Species and not. Stop pushing on the mic! Abnormality documentation arbiter? Population density shift? What? That kid's smile is too wide. Oh, wait. August? Okay. Oh, that's a lot more. It's crawling! It's crawling! Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Fear is how I fall. So we nuke them, right? Oh, they're all moving. Where are they moving to? What? Oh, the mom died going to save the kid. I'm sad now. That was just sad. I want to see the comments on this. German children in fairy tales when they do something naughty. There goes the kitty cat.
Flavor. The most crucial component to enjoying a good meal. The way food tastes is what makes eating so pleasurable.
And then there's Shadow, who doesn't even season his eggs.
But what if you could savor every little detail you could possibly want? That is why we, at Nutrier Co., have made it so that you may enjoy every single bite you take.
I don't trust you!
With our product, the Flavor Enhancer, you can extract every last morsel of taste from your plate. With overwhelming demand for this essential product, even since our start earlier this year, we have delivered what you wanted.
Illuminati-ass triangle
now
logo.
introducing the Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. Now packaged in a larger size and modified recipe, there is now even more savory goodness to go around. Since our debut in mid-1990, the Flavor Enhancer has shown to be a major hit, with our product flying off the shelves. The Flavor Enhancer Deluxe will allow us to satisfy your growing, tasting needs. Now allowing you to add even more enhancer to your dinner, making your food even better to enjoy.
Jesus, calm down on the
Flavor
spice,
Enhancer
bitch.
Deluxe, available on shelves now. Nutrier Co. Experience true savor.
I don't think I want to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Home Skillet. I don't trust you.
These larger serving sizes make dining even more pleasant, now allowing more generous amounts of enhancer at a time. Flavor Enhancer Deluxe, now available in stores near you. Nutrier Co. Experience true savor.
My ears! My ears! Ah!
Make your taste buds pop with the new deluxe size. Make tasting even more awesome.
Feed the flesh, feed the flesh, feed the flesh.
Spoil your kids with this essential part of every meal. Nutrier flavor.
Spoil your kids. You're feeding that to children?
Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. Required for all meals, no matter how small it seems, just a little more. It is crucial to everyday eating.
I don't think it is.
You need the flavor enhancer to enjoy eating.
I don't.
The flavor enhancer.
Consume.
You need it.
Is it gonna explode?
You must.
Well, now available. Buy now. Now available. Buy now.
Consume.
What the fuck? What was this one? Okay. Is it legible? The prince gathered what he could and then set sail onward. Once the prince returns home, they will come back to the island and return to the critters. It has the symbol! It has the symbol! Uncovered documents, okay. The fuck? Ants? Confidential info. Okay. Triangle. Ant. Natrico is facing charges after numerous reports of sickness after consumption of their product. The flavor enhancer. Only statements made from the company so far dismissing any issues that the product is safe to consume. Triangle. What am I looking? I have a set of hair? What? Is a plant growing out of the... What? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Am I... The private organization of containment research council has been experiencing backlash from government agencies about the corporation policy. Okay. Ah! I can't be tired. I have hours to go. Carcass. Oh shit. New log. Ah! Ruby! Message. To Carcass. Carcass. What was that dog? Coming in here making weird ass sounds? '90s, okay.
In the distant horizon, the group of monoliths stand vacant. Although closed off to outsiders, their stance can be observed well outside the perimeter.
New message to Carcass.
It is known to have hundreds of thousands of fibers that weave themselves deep underground, all connected in a grand mycelial network.
It's a fungus.
As to why you received this package. This was left to you because we share a common goal. I'm aware that you studied Carnis and researched their properties. I'm also aware that you have received backlash for doing so. Something isn't as it seems, and you know this too. Unexplained phenomena, countless casualties, missing persons, fatalities, and yet no proper action, and a notable silence about these affairs. People are afraid and confused. Why is nothing being done? Because they don't want us to know. We've been kept in the dark, while those above us slither amidst the blind. They have slowly been numbing our minds to their schemes. But they've made one crucial error.
Yes.
Trails, crumbs, traces of information. I've collected these pieces and found their loose ends. This is why I've left this message to you. The documents included with this statement is all the information that I have gathered. Every continuity, every cover, every clue that I could find. They all lead here.
Moving island.
Something has been going on these few years. Something big. Something they don't want us to know.
the orb? What is the orb? That was like the last thing, but it didn't have a thing. It didn't have a video. The orb.
The monoliths are truly an astonishing sight to behold.
The orb! I'll ponder it. Ah. Ripped page? Oh. Okay. Facility 0. Okay. Carcass.
Mission brief.
The island?
3 ground teams are tasked with infiltrating a previously abandoned mall titled Facility 0, which is located in the restricted zone based on our info. The mission will take place in 3 stages: infiltration, encirclement, and ambush. Primary objective is to capture the facility and seize the items of interest for extraction. Numerous armed guards are located within the facility. Avoid detection and keep up your guard.
Several spheres composed of unidentifiable material have been located in various locations on multiple continents, each found thus far to have been located via strange signatures emitted by the orbs being caught on various devices. As of the time of this document is written, 4 singularities have been acquired, 3 singularities have been located and are currently being investigated. Description referred to on document pound 001.1. Instructions are currently as follows. Remain on standby until singularities have been obtained. Once all entities have been apprehended and contained at Facility 0 begins stage 2 of the program. Refer to document 009 Nugtire for basic briefing. Quality of the video increased over time. It's like super low budget with fun ideas. Yeah. I love stuff like that. Where's Facility 0?
Beta team, in position. Gamma team, in position.
Copy.
Hi, Legend!
Beginning phase 1.
We're watching Vita Carnis.
Eyes on the point. Clearing pathway now.
Wait, is that a harvester?
Pathway cleared. Give us the green light.
Copy. Green light is a go. Begin phase 2 in advance.
Did they just kill the harvester? What?
Alpha team, copy. Beginning advance.
Is that the monolith?
All right, we're heading out. Move!
Maybe it's just asleep. Huh.
Lights off. Come on. Move.
Lights off? I want to see. See. Monolith! Monolith, it's the big boy. Are the monoliths like surrounding the island or something? The weird island?
Keep your distance. Single file. Halt! In position, awaiting green light.
How do they not have night vision? What the fuck? What the fuck? What was that sound? Was
Eyes
that
are
the
secure. Turning blind. Light's green.
Copy. Green light is a go. Begin phase 2 in advance.
They're just standing there. Oh, there they go. Wait, they're fucking dead. Uh-oh. Is that a mimic? Uh-oh. I think it's a...
Alpha team in position. We are experiencing mechanical interference. Should we resume? Copy. Phase 3 is still a go. Preparing for breach.
Breach in 3, 2, 1. Breach.
Get down! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Get down! Get down! Put down your weapon! Get down! Put down your weapon! Put your hands up! Get down! I said get down!
Was that like a thing worshipping? What the fuck? Huh? Expound! What? What just happened? Vita Carnis. They genocided the cult. Oh. Genocide run. Got it. Oh yeah, there's a couple more. We got 4 more after this. Finally, an analog horror series where people are just like, fuck it, we ain't gonna go without a fight. Alright, let's keep going. I think this is all things, so we'll just... Vita Carnis Season 2 teaser? Okay. I do apologize if I'm very burpy. I am recovering from food poisoning, and unfortunately it has made me very bloated, so I have been extra burpy recently. I'm sorry. I have not 100% recovered. A meat snake? Okay. Harvester? Hi, Perry. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful night. And what the fuck did I just watch? I did not like that. Oh, the microwave's on. Why is Carcass backwards? Mission summary. Did someone upload the video backwards? Success? They succeeded! They genocided the cult! Let's go! New beginnings. Wait, was that just the... Was it just... Oh, okay, that was part of the Season 2 trailer. Okay, the next 3 are very long. Let's go. F4W.
Today something has happened within the restricted zone, or a large group
W,
of
because
cultists
we
have been
always
apprehended.
winning.
Several teams of military personnel have arrested some high-ranking cultists and have
Apprehended. Military veteran Simon Vanguard found to be the head of the secret organization. Simon was during the raid of arrested during the raid of Lambero Mall, where he was found leading a high-ranking cult members in a realistic sacrifice. Custody of Simon was handed over to police by Carcass, where he will face trial for his
identities to the
crimes.
public. Shockingly, several of these members are well-renowned politicians and high-ranking members of multiple governments across the
Many
globe.
documents have been released providing sufficient proof of the atrocities that were being committed. Some of these crimes include murder, kidnapping, torture, ritual sacrifice, and the list goes on.
The members are found guilty of deliberately providing false information to the public in an attempt to cause harm.
The new Trier company has been found to have very significant ties with cultist activities and has been shut down. All new Trier products have been deemed hazardous for consumption.
Cultivation farms are facing pressure to shut down.
Public unrest grows as the new Trier cult case brings more crimes that were hidden away to light.
The people are outraged by how little was actually being done.
They demand that something be done to handle the Carnis species.
Riots appear in the streets as protests begin to turn aggressive.
Our leaders were
plotting against us. Who do we trust? What happens now?
Oh my god. Orb! Earth!
Welcome to Magister's Wonder Show. I am the Magister, and get ready to explore all of the world's wonders.
Yo guys, quality has gone up.
Today, we are learning about the circle of life.
Carcass. The Singularity, not TBD. Dr. Marshall Charles.
Test report number 4. We still know very little about the nature of the entities. There are 7 singularities in total. Each singularity is roughly 1 meter in diameter. They are made of an unknown material, although it looks and feels very similar to glass. We are unable to sample it in fear of causing potential damage. The material is very dark in color, but has red shimmers of light swirling inside. There are some hints of other colors present, but is mostly dominated by the red. Each entity hovers above the ground in a stationary position, although they can be moved with relative ease. Our equipment can detect some subtle pulses of energy in rhythmic but random patterns.
What happens if you destroy them? Oh, it's laughing. It's laughing.
We don't
evilly.
know what they are.
It's laughing
evilly. We don't
evilly.
know if it is breathing or communicating. We don't even truly know if they are even organic. This is nothing new, just confirming what we already know.
Bruh, what the fuck?
Our first experiments didn't give any interesting leads. The most we got was some interference with electronics, especially when there is more than one kept close together. But the experiment we conducted showed extremely significant results.
What kind of
The experiment
results?
played out like this. In test chamber 1,
Cow.
a live cow was released into the chamber with V1 for an extended period. They were left together for 24 hours.
Cow's just vibing.
The test showed minimal results from the entity, and an increase in stress from the cow. Next, the body of a cow was put into the chamber with V1 for 24 hours. The results were extraordinary.
What does the cow come to? Oh. It disintegrated the cow.
The whole body had been ingested. Concentrations of Kroll rapidly grew from several points from within the chamber. What this could mean, it rewrites everything we knew about the Vita Carnis species.
Okay, so that means the singularities came, and then things died around them, which created the crawl, and from the crawl spawned everything else? I think?
First, a young larva hatches from within its egg. It will roam around and find food to help it grow and grow. Once they are big enough, they transform into a pupa.
Where
After
did
some
the
more time, they transform
singularities
into an adult beetle. The adult beetle will go out into the world in search of food.
And why does it have to do it to dead flesh and
Audio
not
log.
living?
Progress report for crawl samples. Cultivation has been successful. So far, we grew them with 3 specific environmental factors. 1 is our control group, 2 with access to additional nutrition sources, and 3 with exposure to radio signals.
I'm not a huge fan of beetles, but some of them are gorgeous.
Group 1 grew on par with standard crawl samples.
No distinct abnormalities. Group 2 grew at a faster pace than the control group, as expected. No distinct abnormalities.
Oop. More than half living
Group
things
3
on Earth are
grew
beetles.
against its normal pattern, weaving its way toward the radio. Once
Oh.
the device was claimed, it switched to usual growth patterns. Again, no distinct abnormalities. In conclusion, the samples that were grown in...
You are no longer El Gato. You have ascended! Dapper Knight is a ballin' name. I love it. 10 out of 10.
V1's test chamber don't seem to differ from others grown from other sources. Still, we will
Welcome on
continue
in.
with
We're
more
watching Vita
factors and
Carnis.
further groups, just in case.
It's gotten wild.
There have been some developments in the propagation group.
I don't like that.
V1 samples have seemingly been able to produce nodules at a slightly quicker rate than wild samples. Control groups show that V1 samples begin node development a few days faster. More time will be needed to say for sure. As for the nodes themselves, there aren't any distinct abnormalities. We've successfully hatched a dozen Carnish juveniles, several trimmings, 2 meat snakes, and even 1 mimic. We will be sending them to the enclosures.
You wanted to wish a good new year, have a party to go to, but wanted to drop by and say Happy New Year. Happy New Year! I'll probably be on for a while. It is only 7:50 for me, and I want to try to go till, well, 2025. So, let's see if we can end the year to bang. But I hope you have a wonderful time at your party. And thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it.
After everyone's reports get sent out. End log.
Looks up 2 years. Oh.
And then is ground into a fine mince and is now ready for the garden.
Audio log. Progress report for trimming colony. Significant progress in learning the social patterns of a group of trimmings we have been keeping together. A new batch of juveniles were added to the main colony at the beginning of the new progress report. They were accepted into the community immediately. No conflict or rejection observed. They did provide the circumstances to document more of their interactions. Trimmings communicate through a series of vocal cues. Colony members meeting the new batch with squeaks and squeals. They also are not afraid to show us when they are upset. Trimmings also use some physical displays as well. For example, trimmings do a chewing or chatter motion with their mouths when they are happy or interested in something. The experiment that we performed was to explore the extent of their communication skills. The test went like this. We took one of the trimmings and had them in place in a modified enclosure. A speaker would play 2 separate audio cues. A positive cue would play, followed by a treat, and a negative cue, followed by a small spray of cold water. We did several rounds of both audio cues to condition the trimming's response.
Darian sells from plushes on his channel. Oh, that's cool. I won't buy any, but that's cool. Oh, I didn't like that. I don't like it.
After the test, the trimming was released back to its colony. And after a few hours, we tested how much the trimmings communicated. Another speaker was placed near the colony's enclosure.
Stop
where we
touching your
played the
baby.
same audio cues.
Hi, sit down now.
incredible to see how layered their social interactions can be. Although, we tried something a bit bizarre. We found out that a wild colony had settled around the facility recently. It was strange what we did.
What did you do?
It was a long shot. We set up a radio device near the wild colony and near ours. We linked both devices up and played the cues.
There's many dangers out there in the world.
I bet they're all linked.
There are many predators that would love to have beetles for a snack.
Beetles.
And unfortunately, not all beetles make it. Yes,
I bet they're all linked.
It is sad, but that's how the circle of life works.
I bet all those fuckers are linked.
One of the beetles has laid eggs. And once the beetle's eggs hatch, the beautiful cycle starts again. And life continues on.
Life finds a way. Me. I wonder what we shall do after we finish Vita Carnis. That's a good question, isn't it? What are we gonna do after Vita Carnis? Vita Carnis. Ah! Posture check. Alright, sitting up. We're sitting straighter. Let's go.
Now, only the most beautiful, only the most unique specimens will be moving forward.
There are lots of fossils hidden on the Earth, and plenty make their way into rivers and streams.
Fossils!
You can look for them too.
Dr. Azram Griffiths.
Audio
He's
log.
a specialist.
Progress report on the Meat Snake Recreation Project. From our previous report, the juvenile meat snake we selected was grown in a standard captivity cell until maturity. The specimen we had selected was now an acceptable size for the project to begin.
An acceptable size.
The specimen was moved into restraints. Twice a day, we fed it fresh meat, scraps, roadkill, making sure that it received the necessary materials like bones and organs to grow. 4 days into feeding, the specimen's mood mellowed out. The usual intimidation display was now a patient eagerness. It seems that the specimen now understands that we are feeding it. 11 days into feeding, the specimen has slowed down immensely. It has also been occasionally rejecting food. It looks like we have been overwhelming it, not giving it enough time to properly digest and implement the material. Feeding has been reduced to once a day, but with an increase of portion size. 19 days into feeding, the meat snake has almost shut down entirely. It no longer reacts to external factors. It still accepts food, but with assistance. A makeshift mechanism was made to help the feeding process. Favorable results have begun to show. The hue of the specimen's skin has been turning shades darker. Sampling period seems to be approaching sooner than expected. Day 21 into feeding. The specimen has reached all the required criteria to begin sampling. We managed to obtain a skin patch intervention.
Oh, was something hidden in that? Or was it just...
We began with cold resistance. The typical meat snake skin can hold its integrity up to -30 degrees Celsius. The specimen samples survived down to negative 100 degrees, even maintaining flexibility. Next, the heat resistance test. The sample was able to withstand impressive temperatures. We were only able to bring the temp up to 3,000 degrees Celsius before we had to bring in new equipment. We used some welding equipment and determined that the sample's limit was capped at around 5,000 degrees Celsius. Sample
Holy
testing
shit.
was interrupted by a peculiar event with the specimen. Personnel during the routine feeding found that the meat snake had escaped its restraints by performing mitosis. The two organisms were simply wandering the lab at the time. The project has been halted for now, and the two meat snakes have been moved back into their original enclosure. We are preparing more tests at the start of the new process report. End log.
You can make your own sieve at home. The mesh will catch large debris, allowing smaller things to pass through. But you can add more layers with different mesh to catch more things.
Curve
Lovely
raisin.
contestants so far, but there can only be one winner. And this
Trimming
year's
show
winner
off?
is
Oh my god.
Patty!
I hate that thing. Dr. Farron Bronze. Mimic expert.
This is my audio report for this month's progress.
Uh-oh.
Albeit a little bit late by a few months. Anyways, it's been a bit slow, but there have been some fascinating findings. I guess I'll start with the juveniles. Feisty fellas, already chock full of hunting instinct. Their hunting patterns are similar to other ambush predators.
Okay.
They will wait and then catch their prey with the element of surprise. They prefer to hunt prey smaller than themselves, stuff they can take down easily. But once they are older, they start getting a little cockier. But they have the killing technique to back it up. They usually aim for the throat or neck to deliver a kill as fast as possible. But once they metamorphosize into their adult form, it's harder to determine their patterns.
Brr.
The juveniles we do manage to get into their adult form don't last very long. They simply hide away, rejecting all food we provide. As it is well known, adults only eat human flesh. The adults we have all die to starvation. The best candidates for research are the ones we capture out in the wild. They last longer, most likely due to them already having food and nutrients in their systems. It's not something I dwell on too often. I am thankful for the ones they bring in for me. We got several adults, even a few humanoid ones. We're able to understand a bit of how they work before they eventually whittle away. The hunting tactics of the adult forms change drastically from their previous form. Hunting now takes much longer as they observe and watch their prey. They are very cautious, waiting for the best opportunity. They take advantage of anything they can to get an upper hand. Their most popular tactic nowadays is climbing inside of furniture. Freshly metamorphosed adults are roughly 160 centimeters in height, but can fold themselves tightly into small spaces. One was even found inside one of those old-fashioned mannequins. And older adults still fit exceptionally well in tight places. It's funny, we didn't even know they could do this until the late 70s. They weren't even called mimics then. They were called, butchers. They changed it because its name better matched the description of characters in some kid's board game. Anyways, the hunting tactics beyond this are confusing to say the least.
Some kids board game D&D. They're talking about D&D. Oh
All depictions of their patterns have been wrong in one way or another. Ever since that public announcement in '86, they keep changing it. In reality, it is almost completely random. Each case in the wild is different and it's hard to determine why in captivity. Plus, human testing is a no-go, even though I volunteered myself. feel so close to figuring it out. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. The next stages are even harder to... Wait, how long do these tapes have to be?
Fungus! Beetle! Tree.
Look, this one would have fallen through our first sift. There are plenty of other fun things you can find as well.
Look at all those teeth and shells.
My sieve isn't working.
Looks like there's a hole in your mesh. Make sure your mesh isn't damaged, or else something might slip through.
What does that mean? Footage of the incident with V1 involving the cleanup team in test chamber 1. Also, hello, pup. She's not gonna be happy that I'm gonna be up all night.
Personnel room 21.
The orb. Get rid of all that flesh. What? Wait, what's happening?
My leg's caught. It's bad. It's bad. I'm bleeding.
What do I do?
I can't reach.
What do I do?
Help me down, please. Please.
We need medical assistance in test chamber 1. Stay
God.
calm. Help is on the way. Just try to stay
Damn
still.
it. Oh, God.
Alright, we're here. We're going to help you. Lower the ladder slowly. This is going to hurt. Okay, hold still. Ready? Now!
What's happening?
What's the orb doing?
What's happening to him? Get him out of here now! Get him out!
What happened? Expound! I need to know what happened. Did the orb... You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. What happened? Okay. Weird. 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 Cleaner 2. Leg broke. We have one more video! More to come next time on Dragon Ball Z. I have no idea what I want to do after this video, but I want to stay up till midnight, so... Blood. Triangle. It's pissed!
All the entities are freaking out. The system can't handle all of this. Turn off the power! Sir, do it!
Is that a face? Is there a face in that singularity? I also want to know who fucked us.
It is called the electromagnetic spectrum.
Backup power is now on.
Singularity
Systems
does
appear
not
to
like
be
the
stable.
experiments. Fair.
Check the damage and get me eyes down there.
However, it's on our planet. Fuck it.
Entering the chamber.
Where's the crawl? Oh, there's the crawl. Did the crawl shrink?
Entity seems much more active now. Sir, come in. Sir! I can't tell what you're saying, sir. Please respond. What? What the hell? I can't hear you clear enough.
Get out of there! Move out! Now!
It's saying something. I want to know what it's saying.
The waves reach the antennae and translate it into sound.
Okay. Then. Unusual bleeding and clotting. Became irritated extremely. More injured. Why was he screaming so much? Chaotic and random, but there was some lines of coherent speech from both Dr. Hunt, so it seems to be the entity. What did it say?
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you understand what I am saying? Can you hear? Yes. Holy shit. What now? What should I say? What are you? What are you?
Holy shit.
Let's try something else.
For trimming, testing, and alarm clock radio. That's a rude question to ask.
Can you still hear us?
About how are you?
What are you?
We to you?
Can you explain?
We to you.
What are your connections to the Vita Carnis species?
What?
These are too vague. Try another question.
I don't understand.
Do you know why you are here?
You ever wonder why we're here?
Did you hear us? We aren't getting anywhere. What?
These boxes. Devices. They talk.
Are you talking about the radios?
Radio. Yes. Catches noise.
Radios transmit and receive waves and translate it into sound.
Breathing.
It wants to learn and I'm scared. I don't like that.
More radios.
Even the color you see and the sounds you hear are waves.
Waves.
Sir, is it really in our best interest to give these things what they want? We don't even know what they're looking for.
I understand your concern, but this is the biggest breakthrough we have ever gotten. This may even be the greatest breakthrough of all history.
Wouldn't say that.
Representatives of the UN
They can produce radio waves and probably they can render images on our TV with them.
Too important to stop now. We are on the verge of
They
something
made the
massive.
videos.
If the representatives are impressed, we get the funding to see how far this can go. So, for now, you and the team go and get the orbs if they want. Keep making reports, but keep them quick. We need to learn as much as we can in the short time frame.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For all future tests with Singularities, there will be a radio with speaker present to allow communication for the entities as well as for personnel to ask questions. During the test setup, we were able to capture Singularities communicating to each other. We are working to decipher, but as now we are unable to understand. TV. Vita Carnis should be the one amazing. V1 was given several different electrical devices. We attempted to communicate more with it, but it didn't seem to speak very often. Only single words when directed towards anyone who's more interested with the device and questions. Welcome, Shadow! Welcome! Tests and questions were repeated with the other singularities. Each singularity acted differently than each other and gave different answers to the questions. So they all have their own form of consciousness, which is kind of scary. Although there were a few common factors that each shared, each one has a fascination with electronic devices, especially radio. They're interested in entertainment like TV, radio, music, and especially classical music. What the fuck? During testing with V1's interaction with television, notable differences detected with other electronics. V1 also spoke up to other. I feel like I'm watching The Ring. It said, "What is this?"
They travel up to 28.
About 40 minutes left. Are you gonna make it all the way? Got any plans to change stream? Is this all the way? Well, this is almost over. I don't know what's happening after Vita Carnis. I don't know if we should just keep doing spooky stuff or we should look for something else to do. But I plan on trying to go all the way till midnight. Last day before representatives arrived. Multiple tests. With each singularity, we were able to find out each one's personality. They got personalities! Neutral and expressing itself engages with personnel minimally as possible. Only shows interest with electronics and testing. Okay. Curious in nature, asks questions often descriptive in its wording, eager to engage in testing. More active, engages with personnel in a detached manner rather than a one-on-one, engages minimally with personnel. Actively engages with personnel, curious about personnel, what they are testing, prefers questioning us, then conducting tests. Expressive out loud, other than singularities, although it speaks often only out loud to itself, it has yet to communicate with personnel. Rarely engages out loud, only with incoherent noise, doesn't acknowledge personnel, minimal engagement with testing. Least active, has shown minimal engagement with all activities except electronics, only engages with other singularities. Just vibing the internet, having parasocial interactions here and there. I don't know. As he was doing all these secrets, yeah, that's
This
cool.
is our main observation room, where we conduct much of the testing on the singularities. As you can see, we are still performing tests.
That
We've
was the
learned
sound
much
dog.
from the entities, and if we were to have your support, we can continue our work here. I am sure we can...
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Tampering with the microphone and the monitors.
There has been much learned in our time together. I agree with Dr. Trados. If we continue, I am sure this union will benefit all. Symbiosis, we join together. Let us sow seeds and watch what grows. Divine purpose. Let us show you. Let us guide the way. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Become one.
Guys, I don't think the meat's nice. And it's smarter. I want to see what the comments say. What's that box thing? Okay. My heart hit the floor the moment I heard the singularity speak. Same energy as Caesar saying, "No!" in a way that suddenly revealed these things are much more intelligent we could ever comprehend. Has anyone noticed that this is probably how the first cultists were made? Each singularity corresponds to Vita Carnis species in the order they were released in. V1 likes electronics like how the crawl does. V2 is friendly towards humans and cooperates like how trimmings are pets. V3 cooperates but is more distant like meat snakes treat people. V4 is the most obvious one because it asks a lot of questions about the personnel as it corresponds to the mimic. V5 speaks only with itself like how harvesters communicate with themselves underground. V6 babbles incoherently because they are the host. V7 is the monolith as it doesn't speak at all except to other singularities. Huh. So what should we do?